Hello, welcome back to Between the Keys. I wanted to do a quick video about the Boogie Woogie piano style. So I did a video recently, the previous one was how to play the 12-bar blues, which is a similar video, but not the same. Okay? So in the 12-bar I mainly taught you how to go and then F and G. So if you can't do that kind of stuff, then do check out the 12-bar blues video first. In this one, we're not going to go alternate like that. I'm going to play, which gives it more of a straight feel. And you still need your C7 chords, F7 and G7. Still need your chords. Right, and you still need your scales, which I also went over in the previous video. Blues scale and pentatonic with a E flat in the middle. In this video I'm going to do more about the improv techniques. So while I'm going with the left hand, I want to teach you some of these licks. And so on. So there's lots of different ones there. There's some, and there's, and I'm mixing those scales a lot as well. So the blues scale and the pentatonic. Yeah, sometimes a little bit more difficult to not go out of time. When you're playing this one, it is much more straight. So the one that normally I like to play, which is like, I went over that in the 12-bar briefly as well in the other video. It's an F chord and then a C chord with a slide. That works a lot easier over. As soon as you've got a straight feel, see, I can't keep that going over this feel. But there are a lot of ones that do work, things that are straight. This one, F sharp and C and G and C. And it finishes with the blues scale. That's the blues scale. Just playing the F sharp and C at the same time. Actually, this one's not easy either. But much easier if you change the feel. And if you're struggling with that, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, try doing it just once to start with. Or try the 12-bar blues video first. Alright, so I went over these in the other video as well, this one. But I haven't used up all of my improv stuff. There's more. As well as that, we can play out of those other two scales and use the Mixolydian scale. And on F, that Mixolydian scale would be you can actually use just the C Mixolydian scale for the whole thing, so even on the F. Wow, that time I got it nicely there. I got that one in without messing up the timing on the left hand. And make sure you're learning them in different keys as well. So this one looks easier than it is, or maybe it looks harder than it is. That one, if I slow it down, it's just a minor E flat and G, you know, like this from the C minor chord. Then the major chord part, the whole thing. And I often finish with, that's the fast part. As I was saying, learn them in different keys, in different parts. So when you're on F, you don't have to play it on C there, you can play that on F. That was that in G. And I mentioned in the 12-bar blues video as well, playing the B flat in the left hand for an even more complicated left hand. And I often struggle with sticking to it, and I end up going back to. That again is the roll. Covered that already on the channel. So we've got several different ones there. And the Mixolydian scale. And what about playing a little bit out of time if you can? Oops, playing too hard there, not the camera. Alright, trying to play out of time is another little challenge for you, as is playing rootless chords. Here are your rootless chords. F9 or F13, C13, G13. Covered that before as well, but I didn't mention the alt chords last time. So sharp 5, sharp 9. That's where that is. Doesn't sound too good if you only play alt chords, but here's what they are. It's very jazz, right? Here's G7 alt, F7 alt. You play that in different places. You could put the A flat and the E flat further down. You just want to put those in sparingly, so you could play. Another thing I haven't covered is endings much. So I'll often end with something like one of the licks that I've played already. So when you're on G, let's try again. One more time for an ending. Bit of a weird place to end. Let's try again. And that's finishing on C9 or C13. Alright, but you can finish on C alt for a weirder sound at the end. Like that, or you could even put in flat 9. So here's flat 9, C7 flat 9. Just spruce that in sometimes, I mean place it in. Works well on the F there, you see. That's one I often use. And that is C, F, and the top part of C7 without the E. So there's another one for you. Make use of gap as well, space, gaps. Don't just play constantly like I do. That's bad practice. Try and leave some gaps. So here's once round with some gaps. Careful not to go out of time. Alright, so covered a lot already for this one. Boogie Woogie stuff. Haven't covered this. Different bass line. I believe it was a Fats Domino thing. A bit more difficult, especially to improvise over. Let's try. You can see I haven't played that in a long time, so a bit more of a struggle to improvise, but just about hanging in there. Definitely one that needs some work. So just try playing that one slowly in the left hand on its own. And get rid of that slide if it's too much. Just that's more of a friendly tempo to start with. Really works with the pentatonic. But blues scale as well. Just something else to try out if you want to practice this stuff. Maybe there's a piano. I see a lot of stuff outside pianos now, you know, like in the airports and the train stations. Especially see people playing Boogie Woogie on those ones. Alright, one more I covered very, very briefly in the 12 bar blues video was this one at the end. So check that video out if you haven't already. It's a walking bass. So just on its own, that's the left hand on C. There it is on F, same shape. C, E, G, A, B flat. G, B, D, E, F, A, C, D. That was some semitone stuff there, so practice your semitone scale if you need to. Alright, there's always something more, isn't there? There's one of them. Okay? That's 2. That's 3. The mixolydian would be 4. The pentatonic would be 5. Practice all of these things. The blues scale would be 6, and quite a few different bass lines now. A very different feel from 2. Then the walking bass, again very different, and the Fats Domino. And there's even some other ones as well, which if you've seen Oscar Peterson doing, you know. Doing that one in octaves, and some even more advanced stuff. Never really play that one in C, but I do it in E flat for Mess Around, the Ray Charles one. But I would call this stride, really. That's not easy to play, but it's fast as well. You could learn that one in E flat or in C. But again, slowly. Helps to finish on C, not a B. And yeah, practice that straight to start with, just left hand, and then try and do swung as well. Hey, thanks for watching Between the Keys. That was my Boogie Woogie piano lesson. If you found it a bit difficult, this one, then do check out the 12-bar blues video, which I will link below in the comments. And I mentioned a few times in this video because it's a bit easier, I go a bit slower in that one. This was a bit more of an advanced video. Apologies, it cut off suddenly there at the end. The phone overheated. I was using my phone for this one. Do click like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and comment below with any other suggestions for other videos you'd like for pianos, songs on the piano you'd like to learn, and I shall see you in the next one. Thanks.